What is up, you guys? It is me and Abdul here, or Ham, and today we're going to be playing Shovel Knight. Just kidding. Ha ha ha, just kidding. I do not want to put you through the torture of watching me struggle to complete level 2. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is today is back in our Super Mario Brothers Unity clone. We're going to be defining our prefabs even further by giving them functionality. When we touch them, they will perish or cease to exist, and our player state will be raised according so, and then we will have a change in player state according to that. So like, it will get bigger and our color change with the fire flower, which is just a preview of what's going on. These are just mechanics that I kind of figured out by myself. So if things don't seem a little fully realized to you, then feel free to pitch in what you think how we should go about fixing things, and I have yet to fix the job, so please don't hate me. It's pretty bad. What we're going to do first is go to our power up block script that we have just left out here in the asset folder, the main folder. So before we do anything, let's go click into that, and alright. What we want to do, I had 2 lines of code here with each if conditional saying that set the player controller equal to a certain stage when the player hits the block. Well, we're going to get rid of that, and that's going to be the purpose of our mushroom and fire flower script. So without further ado, let's get rid of those, and let's drag drag that into there. Gonna open up our scripts, and we're going to go and nope, sorry, I lied. Don't do anything I just said. We're gonna go to our prefabs. Gonna get a mushroom, and you're gonna add a new script called mushroom script. Okay, let's get on it. And basically in this script, all we want to be able to do is, it's a very simple script, is be able to, let me zoom in just a little bit, be able to destroy prefab and raise player state. That's all we want to be able to do. So what we're going to need for this is a void on trigger enter 2D. We're going to do a Playercontroller dot player state equals 1 with the contact of, when we touch our mushroom, basically it's just going to change our player state. It's going to make our player state 1. Now let's do if player controller dot player state equals 0. Then alt down. Then that's what's gonna happen. And then let me change that to double equal. Now we do. And then let's go destroy. We're gonna destroy our object and say this dot game object. And basically what that does is destroy the object that the script is attached to. Let's go and test this real quick, just to get a feel for it. So here we touch our thing, get it, and boom. Nothing's happening. Why is that? Why is nothing happening? Player mushroom. Did I spell trigger wrong again? I feel as if I spelled this wrong. I'm gonna respell it. On here. Why respell it when I can cheat? Control copy. Alright. Get back over here. Please. There we go. And basically, you can't see it now, but our player state is 1 because this little other power-up block spawned a fire flower. Well, what you don't know, but that's a fire flower. So, yeah, progress. Basically now it's gonna be the same type of script for our fire flower. We can literally just copy and paste and change like 2 words, really, and that'll be good for us. Let's do fire flower script. Goodbye, Facebook. Thank you. Alright, let's open this bad boy up. And it's literally going to be the same exact thing. Matter of fact, we can go and copy and paste. Let's go over here. Let's even copy and paste the comment because we're that OG. Let's go over here, copy paste, and change everything accordingly. So be able to destroy the prefab and raise the player state still applies. Void on trigger entered, that's not going to change. If player state equals 1, that's going to change. We don't really need this if statement because pretty much regardless of your player state or what your current state is at in a Super Mario Brothers game, if you touch a fire flower, you're going to be raised to the top level, the level that is below a star. So yeah, let's just get that to where it's like kind of actualized. It would be nice if I didn't have code errors. Okay, I think that ought to do the trick. I don't like, damn it. Okay, let's select all this. There we go. Alright, so basically, like I said, player state gets set to 2. If by chance you run into a fire flower, even if you're not at player state 1, you'll be raised to player state 2, and then it's going to destroy the game object. Well, this is all fine and dandy, and it works, but nothing's really happening. We're not changing, we're not doing anything cool, so here comes the meet and grind. Before we go into the meet and grind, I'm gonna hold down control and select these 2 scripts and just drag them into our scripts folder. So yeah. Alright, basically what we're gonna do is select our player, and what we're gonna do, I'm so happy you guys, you have no idea. Alright, we're not gonna create a new script, we're going to go to our Playercontroller script, reload, and basically what we want to be able to do is we're going to define 2 colors. We're going to have a base color and a fire flower color, and then we're going to create a function that fix update calls, or update, whatever you want to use. They will both work. I just prefer fix update because I think that I'm using physics mechanics, and I'm obviously not because the jump is poo-pooey. So yeah, you could probably pull this off without fix update. But anyway, yeah, let's firstly define 2 public colors that will have access to in the inspector, and let's name the first one base color, and then public color fire, or F power color, whatever suits you fancy. And in your start function, or in your start method, let's be sure that your player state equals 0. I just want to be sure. I don't know if I did that in the previous video. I kind of finick around and experiment with things between videos to make sure that things actually work before I start recording. Sometimes I actually record when things don't work, so yeah, you don't see those things. Well, you don't see most of those things, I should say. But yeah, but just be sure that player state equals 0 in your start method. And then what we're gonna do here is let's minimize this. Before we get to our fixed update, what we're gonna do is make a new function called state. We could name it, we're just gonna name it state. And basically this is just gonna be 3 if statements. So if player state equals 2 equal signs equals 0, then we want our transform, we want our game object dot get component renderer we want to set that equal to our base color. And this pretty much is, your base color is going to be, I made a pooey. It's going to be game object dot get component renderer dot material. Sorry, don't kill me. No, that's not even right. Dot material dot color. Material is just the first part. Sorry about that. And we're gonna do basically we want to make sure that our player goes back to the dimensions that they started off, and as we get to the later if statements, we're going to be changing the dimensions of our player. So let's just do it now so I'm not confusing anyone, especially myself. So transform with a lowercase t, transform dot to local scale, and that is going to be a, set that equal to a new vector 3 and just a 1 1f1. Best band scores of the day. If you're a band geek, you get that reference. I hope so, because it's different in your state. Well, anyway, yeah, that pretty much gives us the scale 1 1 1, and so this is gonna just follow through. So if player state equals that's minus equals 1, then the same will go. We're going to game object dot get component renderer dot material dot color equals base color. We want to keep our pretty much, because you stay the same color when you get a mushroom. You stay the same color, but your size change, so that's going to be handled in the next line. But before we get into that, I want to go a little further in depth on what this is actually doing. So basically what we're doing here is we're setting the the game object of the script. So pretty much imagine if there was a this in the beginning. The thing is, with this that is redundant, so like you see here, IntelliSense will be telling me to take it out. So game object dot get component, right, and that's gonna grab our renderer. It's gonna go to our renderer. Sorry, not Google. It's gonna go to our renderer, which is up here, mesh renderer. It's gonna go to our material, and then color. So that's gonna handle all that between the mesh renderer and the shader. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So it's just really gonna change the color, and it's not even gonna technically change the color until we get to player state 2. So without further ado, let's change the size. When you get our quote-unquote mushroom. So transform.local scale equals new vector 3. It's going to be almost the same. It's going to have a 1f, 1.5f, and a 1. So yeah, let's save and let's finish this last one good and strong. So if player state, not controller, state equals 2, then we're just gonna change the game object dot get component. And I honestly like this whole line of code that you keep on seeing, game object dot get component renderer. You can store into a variable like you could say color or object color or game object color. You could store it in some private variable, how we did with our rigid body component. See, like in the start, you could set that equal to it. But the thing is, I goofed up earlier and I messed up, so I just wanted to make this very clear, because if you play with these settings and make sure that whatever color you're setting it equal to is on the end, because if you put it in the front, then it'll mess up the whole entire thing, and that is not cool. I spent literally 40 minutes trying to figure out what I did that wasn't right, and yeah. Yeah, that's just kudos nuts, but you could do that. But what I'm going to do is just renderer material, because I just want to show you guys. I want to make sure that it works first before I do any of the fancy smashy base color. I know that's not really efficient. Oh, nope, don't set it to base color. Set it equal to firepower, F power color. And then before we go anywhere, we're going to have to call this function an artifix update, or else it would just be there for pretty. So state parentheses semicolon, and that's all she wrote. So let's see this bad boy in action. Not Shovel Knight. I already told you I suck. I can't even beat level 2 by myself. So let's see what happens. Holy crap. What up? Okay. I was about to have a conundrum. Okay. Basically, now that you're back in Unity, if you go back to your inspector and you scroll down, select your player object, you scroll down, you will have two public colors, base color and F power color. The thing about these public colors is that they're not defined anything, so they default as black, and that's what you just saw, the little gothic dark skin running across the screen. So before we go and define, what we're gonna do is click here, go to player. You can go to materials folder and find your player shader. I'm gonna click player, go to the hex color, and you're gonna see a hashtag, which is like a little code that you can just copy and then change. So I'm gonna exit out of that, click it, go here, hex color, paste. Simple as pie. Now with our firepower color, or your fireflower color, it's pretty much whatever you think is aesthetically pleasing. If you do not like Mario turning green or into quote-unquote Luigi, then you can set it to whatever you want. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it I'm going to copy this hex color, and then I'm going to play with it. So 3C whatever, have you not? Oh yeah, I should probably keep these up later. But no, if you have the player in the bush, then you already have these. So yeah, if not, just pause the video, the brief millisecond that I had it on there. So go to player, firepower. Let's go here, paste, and then we're just gonna play around with these, make it a little, maybe just a little bit. I don't like how that looks like. I like that. So this is the new hex color. It changes when you change the values, so don't get all sentimental and used to things. So if you want to use these, here's the Firefighter color that I'm using, and here is the base color, or the player material that we already made, if you so want to copy the hex color code, if you don't have it, which you probably should. Well, anyway, let's go on. So let's test this. So press play. Do. Alright, you can see our player not only rose in state, but it got larger. So that's looking like a Mario to me, and please don't judge. The jump is horrible. I need to fix it. It's like my biggest failure in life. And there is the fire flower. There's it, and we change colors. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode. Before I go, I'm gonna do a few housekeeping things, and I'm gonna go back to our script. This is totally optional. You don't have to do it, but your goal in life is to write beautiful code, and defining this over and over again isn't really efficient or time consuming. So what I'm gonna do is right below rigid body 2D RB, we're gonna make a game object, just a private game object. These are private by default, and name it P color. Seriously, as simple as that. You could even name it PC. Really, that's what I'm gonna name it, PC. You can name it whatever you want. So let's go here, and let's go, and right underneath this we're gonna, oh no, we're going to make a new comment saying sets renderer, I spelled that wrong, renderer component to PC, and PC equals game object dot get component renderer, and that's it. Don't go any further. I mean, you could, but that's totally up to you. I can't do that. Okay, go back to PC where we define PC, and let's change it to color. Yeah. That's not cool. Render. Let's go and name it renderer. I think. Renderer. Okay, it works. Okay, make PC a renderer type, not a game object, not a color, renderer type. And what you're gonna do is where you have it defined over here, what we're gonna do is select this, get rid of, let's get rid of all of these actually. So alright, be sure that PC is defined in the front. Don't have base color or Firefighter on the left side of the equation, because that will result in all types of big no-nos. So PC dot material dot color equals base color, and that's literally all you have to do, and that way we're not writing all this nonsense. Material dot color equals, yeah. And it's like handing lollipops to a defenseless child and giving him multiple cavities and then not giving him a toothbrush. So yeah, this should work. You don't have the right to sue me if it doesn't. Okay, look at that. Okay, well that is perfect. That is fully what we wanted to do. I'm going to fix this jump in this camera, because if you look at the scene, wow, it flies off, which is not cool. So we're gonna have to make some type of boundary and get the camera following the player, but not when it jumps. I kind of want to lock. I'm gonna have to lock it in the x-axis, restrict, lock into the y-axis, restrict, have boundaries in the x-axis from this point to that point, and that's pretty much how we're gonna have to fool around that. I'm surprised I even made it that far. So anyway, before we go, save your scene. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for sticking through my poorly planned improv and actually dealing with this. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to Snapchat me, because Snapchat, communicate with me, let me know that you're 1,000 times better at code than me and you want to help me sleep at night. And I would not like that, but just let me know that you have better ways to go about doing this, and I will happily oblige and make corrections to this video. So yeah, enjoy your lovely night, and I will see you guys later. Ciao. And then if we try to go over here and hit it another time, even if we don't get the mushroom, like I said, this is going to stay that way.